Hello and welcome to Market TV show. Let's see here. Yesterday we talked about the prediction is going to be up, and boy was it up today. Q is up 1.96%. Nasdaq um, closed very strong. Look at that green candle right above it. Remember, it was just this hammer type candle. Next day, boom, big follow through. Looking at the hour, let's see what happened on the hourly here. So after the strong close yesterday, we had consolidation. You see how the prices of QQQ try to go down, failed, staying above the green line, the 20-day, 20 period moving average. Buyers come in at open, boom, set the tone of the day. 1, 2, try to come down. See that wick, bullwhig right here. Continuation, boom, boom, and then that's the end of the day. Now consolidation again. Looks like we're gonna come back to maybe near the 20-day, and I'm thinking we're going to have another um, move up. So we have probably something like this, and then another move higher. Take a look at the indicators. Here's why I say that. Let's check out the RSI here. If I just take these off, overbought, oversold, we're at the top over here. Look at last time when we're up here. Well, this is way overbought, and we had a big drop since then. Here, a little small one. Now we're almost there where we could go overbought region. So that's why I envision maybe a slight pullback and then one more move up, and then that will be the point where you might want to put in shorts. I would say above the previous high. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Things are happening on futures. So the reason I say that is because when you look at the daily chart, what do we have? If you look at the daily chart, you have the RSI here peaking over here, and then we made a high, and then we had a lower peak here. We're starting to diverge. This divergence means that the trend is getting weaker. So I'm hoping for another higher high to extend the divergence, and so then you'll probably have this going up to here, and then sorry about that, and then this going up to here, and that's when the big drop might come, come something like this, test that, bounce, and then test the orange line, the 50-day period, and then maybe do a little one of these, and then come down to test the 200-day. But that's going really far. We don't know any of that is going to happen. Take it one day at a time. Next day's tomorrow's prediction, I say we go up higher again, but be careful. Midday, we probably have a drop. If we have another big size candle like today, we're going to come up to here probably, and then I'll be careful of any longs here. I would definitely skill in for shorts. Here we go, looking at S&P 500 SPY. What do we have here? We have, what I see here, we have this little downtrend line right there, don't we? We have the high here, this high caused this drop, this lower high caused this drop, and then we barely touched the 20-day and almost touched the downtrend line, and then we reversed a little bit. So S&P is not as bullish as the technology sector, the QQQ. Very hard to call what happens next. Of course, if we break to the upside, it will be bullish. But doesn't mean that it will continue to keep going up and up and up. We do have an island cluster top here, and what that means is that we have unfilled orders in between this low and this high, and we could gap fill and where prices come up, then come back down, or we just go right to the top of that red candle here, and that's when we have this failed breakout. and that'll be pretty bearish. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, what do we see here? Less bullish than S&P and QQQ. What we're seeing here is after this big initial drop, we have a correction going up, came back down, not enough strength, we're going back up again. Very tough sequence of blue, green, and red candles to trade. Of course, you guys already know that you're in the markets where we're coming up now. We're coming up to resistance here at the green line. We go up tomorrow, and another big resistance on the red line to 200-day moving average. See how prices couldn't stay above, right? We couldn't stay above the 200-day. Sold off, didn't pierce through, sold off again. Now, this time around, when we come up, are we going to do the same thing? Maybe. And if we do, and we close above it with a big solid green candle, then what's going to be the target? First target, the high of the this candle here, which is 26,611. And if we break that, gap fill up to here. IWM, the small caps. Small caps, kind of like the industrial average here. Dow Jones, same story, couldn't even get to the 200-day moving average. There's room to go up for tomorrow. I think there's going to be more upside. There's some momentum here. Here's the bears, the sellers come in, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then momentum shift, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, more likely than a big flip. Although anything can happen, right? So looking at the financial sector, the XLF, look at this trend line here. Connecting the March lows with the May lows, we have bounced here at the trend line. Now bulls are coming in, showing some signs of recovery. What do we have recently? We have sellers come in strong, and then buyers came in, and then shorts cover, and then failure to make a new high, resume the downtrend. Here's when buyers kicked in again. See how the buyers are here again, boom, didn't make it. Sellers took back control, sell down to a new low, but couldn't break this trend line, yellow trend line, and then have an inside day. Now buyers are showing up again. Then we have mostly red. Now greens are more common than the reds here. So most likely we're going to have continuation. First target, the green line, the 20-day moving average, which is about 4%. And if financials go up, that means the whole market should go up, because this is one of the weakest sectors, and one of the highest weighting, about 10-11% of the entire S&P 500. Looking at XLK technology sector, boy, look at that. Doji came down, thought we're going to have more follow through. Nope. Here's some follow through. Maybe in one more day of red day. Nope. Green candle, bounce on support. Here we go. We're back up, almost making new highs here. Look at the hourly candle. We can see a little bit more. Check out this on the hourly chart. We have this head and shoulder pattern that failed, where we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. This is a bearish pattern. Broke it briefly, then reversed back up and haven't looked back since. A failure of this pattern is bullish. So what do we have next? We probably move up higher and challenge and make a new high. However, looking at the technicals here, the indicators, we have possibly another divergence. Look at how, when you look at the RSI, you see this is the highest high, lower high, and if we make a new high, probably we come up to here and even lower high, making a divergence. Not to say that the divergence are a sell signal, but it just indicates that a reversal is likely. So what do we have here? A lower high than this high, right? If we were to draw this out, boom, that's a higher high. But if we do from here to here, that's a lower high. And the same thing here when you look at another indicator, the MACD. See, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So if you weren't long here or here, going long here would be a lot more risky because a sudden reversal could happen between tomorrow, the day after, or early next week. Let's take a look at the Fang stocks. Apple, very bullish, barely didn't even get to test this 20-day moving average and then just bounced right back up. We haven't touched this since back here. After we crossed over it, we were bullish, came down, didn't touch it, didn't touch it, didn't touch it, didn't touch it. We're stone's throw away from creating a new high. So that's bullish. And, Apple is one of the biggest companies in the world, biggest weighting in QQQ, which lends itself to a big factor in where the market goes. Amazon, big bullish candle here after a breakdown that was immediately picked back up. Unlike Apple, we have one bounce, two bounce, almost a third bounce, and almost a fourth bounce, and now challenging old highs. That's bullish. Netflix, bullish still. Remember yesterday we looked at here, caught support, turned into a bullish hammer, got some follow through, not as bullish as the other two previously. Facebook, big reversal during the day, and then now there's follow through. And here's what's interesting about Facebook is that see this line going across, there was a huge trading level where prices couldn't go down. It was support, and we kept going up, and then we sold off in the tests. And then what happens after when prices break support? It becomes resistance. But today we closed above the resistance, so that's bullish. And the next target will be the 20-day moving average here, the 232, and that is about 2% from here. Looking at Google, same story. That was the line way above that the neckline. Right. Microsoft made an intraday new high. Tomorrow, most likely a higher high, but like the others, check out the indicators. RSI here, higher high, lower high, lower high. Sometimes I like to use CCI because it shows it more prominently. You see how we're going lower. And then also the MACD, lower high on a much bigger time scale. So I think there's one more. Yes, Tesla. I mentioned this yesterday. Big green candle off of the 20-day, big follow through today, making all-time highs, 7% gain. And if you were in options, that will be like, I don't know, multiple tens of to hundreds of percent, depending on where you've entered. So now, where do we go from here? Probably another green candle tomorrow, but like the other stocks, we do have divergence going on here, lower highs, right? So if you're not already in, this is going to be an even more risky play, I would say, because this stock does move really, it's a lot more volatile than the other stocks, being a big board as well. And so I can foresee that we do something like this tomorrow, and then we start selling off, or maybe the next day, or maybe there's an inside candle tomorrow, and then we have another run up. But you do not want to short Tesla right now. That's for sure. When do you want to short Tesla? If we break the green line here, 20-day moving average, then we have a chance. Or we have a big one of these highway doji candle, and over here you see these two way above the green line, way above the green line. Buyers exhaustion, then we have a correction, then we have a correction down to the green line, had a little pop intraday, and then broke it, bounced on the orange line, fell the green line. You see how this works? So here we go. Hope you enjoyed the analysis of the stock market. Please leave me a like and comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, and good luck in your trading tomorrow.